Hello and welcome to today's guided meditation. And today's focus is clarity. I'm not sure if it just seems like the live video just starting now, so I'm just going to repeat that. So, welcome to today's guided meditation, and today's focus is clarity, and we are moving into the month of November, and the theme for November is fluidity. And we are going to be working with the energy or the element of the water, and I will share a hand gesture for the energetic balance and energetic balance of the body and this water element. And water, it is really about that fluidity, about understanding what is it that we want in life, what is it that we want to achieve, what kind of life do we want to live, how do we want to feel. um, Getting very clear in all of those different areas is exactly what is going to give us the fluidity that we want in life. um, and I always say it, and I guess this doesn't always manifest in the reality that way. Um, but we don't want the life to be a bumpy road. Like, we want to flow smoothly and fluidly. And this is not always easy, this is not always like it's not always going to happen that kind of way. But if we have the awareness of our actions, our thoughts, our surroundings, like what kind of people do we surround ourselves with? All of these things, they play a massive difference in how we live life. And I think it's also very important to notice that many times, instead of like waiting for that clarity and the hit of what is it that I truly want, like really feeling it into the body, we go for this shiny object syndrome. Um, and like that feels very exciting, like going for the shiny object syndrome, that feels exciting. But it's not always necessarily the thing that is going to benefit us the most. And because we go through these experiences, because we choose these things which are not necessarily going to be in alignment with us, we go through this bumpy road because maybe there are some lessons to learn. And for us to really have this fluidity in life and to have the smooth journeys in life, we want to listen to the body, our intuition, and the intuitive hits that we get. Um, and this is practice. This is the practice of intuitive living. This is a practice of connecting to the body, listening to your intuition, feeling your feelings, connecting to your emotions, um, and also trusting the body, trusting the messages that we get, and acting on them. And what I actually or normally find with myself and the clients that I work with is, we see the clarity, but then once we see the clarity and we feel it fully in the body, um, we get this next layer or the fears, like the mind then starts bringing up the fears, of why, or like excuses, or why shouldn't we go for what we have saw, or felt. And I think this is just like sharing from my personal experience. Few years ago, I had this very, very strong hit, which of clarity, which felt very calm in the body, and it came with the emotional release, and it came with this sense of peace in my body. And that was about me being in my relationship and understanding that this is time to leave the relationship. And it felt so clear, it felt so clear. But then after that, the next day, it also has brought a lot of fears and a lot of um, different patterns that I had to clear in order for me to move on into or to follow that intuitive hit. So because I didn't follow that, I have created a bumpy road for myself because I just didn't trust myself enough. I just didn't trust, like, there was part of me which wanted to maybe, change it, or fix it, or do something about that relationship that actually wasn't really good, wasn't really in alignment with me and what I wanted in life. And I think really understanding, it took me a while to understand that what I want is to have this peace, and to have the flow and the clarity and really ease in life. And to create that, it took me a while, to work through these patterns that I have created for myself after that, um, to really start learning to trust myself and my body. So that's why I say it is very important, to for us to drop into our bodies and to feel that, to feel that sense of peace, because this clarity, it always comes with peace. And what I have been talking about, this um, shiny object syndrome, that normally comes from like a place of excitement, and we might think that we are getting clarity, and sometimes we do, but then we also want to wait until our emotions, like, they settle and we are in the state of peace or calm, and we want to make the decisions and start acting from that kind of place. Because if we drop even lower, and if we go into the fear and we start looking for the clarity in the state of fear, it's not always easy to act on that. Or even if we're going to act on that, I just feel like it's going to always take, like, it always takes a lot of energy out of us. So finding that calm, finding that peace, and all of these practices that I share, they help you do that. Um, they help you drop into your body with the different mudras, hand gestures that I share. They help you balance your energy. So balancing your energetic body so you can feel whole and complete, and you can actually feel the difference between your energy and the energy from, like, of others. So for example, just having that kind of sense of energetic boundary, is actually huge. It's huge, because when then we are able to have the balance between giving to ourselves and giving to others. So that's why it's very important to have that energetic balancing practices. And with hand gestures I share, like, we do exactly that. We practice that so we could find that energetic balance within ourselves. And then connecting to our bodies is also very important, because when we are able to feel, what is going on, and connect to our intuition, I think we become more honest with ourselves. Because when we are honest with ourselves, we stop making a lot of decisions which are going to hurt us. And then really, like, in the end, realizing that we are doing this to ourselves, basically because we just haven't been listening to our intuition and our intuitive hits and our like emotional feel, like how do we feel in our bodies. So all of that is connected. That's why I love the holistic approach to life and holistic approach to healing and living life, because that is really what is going to help us live in the balance. That is what actually help us to live in peace and happiness and love. Because when we are able to balance our energies, our emotions, when we are able to hold that space for ourselves, because we are fully connected to our body, then we are able, to hold that space, for our kids or our siblings or our parents or the partners, or even, the like communities or colleagues or work, like in the business community. So that's why it is very important to have all of these holistic practices in place, so we can, like, we can create that happiness, inner happiness, fulfillment on the inside, which is going to radiate into our outer world. And what we normally do, we concentrate on the outside and we never look inside. Like we never care about how we feel or how our energy is out of balance. Like if we hearing the word energy, we think this is just another woo-woo thing. But understanding that balancing the energetic body is as important as having, a perfectly sorted out diet or having an exercise routine. And we normally go for a quick fix. Let's just get a bunch of pills and hope that is going to sort out all the issues that we have. But it's never going to sort out the issues, because once we take one pill, we need to take another pill and another pill and another pill to mask all the symptoms that we get all from all these different pills. So we don't need that. All we need is to have a balanced diet, have the balanced energy, balanced relationship with ourselves, to have a connection with ourselves and our bodies, feeling our bodies, connecting to our emotions. And this is not going to happen overnight. This is a process. And maybe where you could start is just right now by doing the meditations that I share. As simple as that. And once you started with that, you build it up from there. So I don't want to sugarcoat it and I don't want to missell it, or promise something, promise a quick fix, because I know that is not going to happen. This is a lifestyle. That's why I have it. Like, this is the word that I have under my branding, lifestyle, because it is about lifestyle choices and the lifestyle changes, which are going to benefit us in the long term. And yeah, and really that's where this secret in the happy life and love and the relationships, fulfilling relationships, really lies, as being able to give that tender, loving self-care for ourselves. And today's last week we have actually practiced one of its hand gesture, just holding the hands on the womb area, and that helps us to drop into the body. Like, that is a very, very beautiful practice to do, to help us drop into the body. And at the beginning of October, we did another practice of just holding one hand on the heart and another hand on the stomach, which is also creates this safety and also helps us connect to the body. So these are just few of the beautiful practices that you could add into your day to start practicing, and really feeling your body. How does it feel? What does it need? Because if you ask, you're going to get these answers. Your body's going to show you the way, like your soul, that inner knowing is going to guide you where you need to go. But you just need to listen to that. Yeah, it just feels like that needs a big sigh of relief. Because, maybe that sounds like a lot, but this is very important. This is really the basics of life, the basics of full happiness and love and fulfillment and clarity and fluidity. So yeah, I really hope like it just starts hitting, something, or like awakening something, giving you that clarity, like everything that I have been sharing. And today's practice to even and this is going to be the practice for the month of November, so you can really start feeling how your energy is getting balanced, and is getting like dropping more into the body. And by saying this, like it's going to be, the attention is going to be on this lower abdominal area, on the womb area. And when you practice this hand gesture, you are really able to feel that. Like, you're able to feel how, if you, for example, had a busy day working, like you are able to feel how your mind is relaxing, and how all this tension that you might have in your mind is starting to slowly drop into your body, and you might start feeling more energy circling around the womb area, around the lower abdomen. And with this hand gesture, we are bringing all the five elements into balance. And we have these five elements within our bodies. And this is more of like the Chinese, if you're going to look into that Chinese. And I love Eastern philosophies because they follow the intuitive hints that our bodies give. They follow the wisdom from the nature and the earth, and they create practices based on that. So these, like, even before, all the, like, our ancestors, before they had the scientific proof for everything, they just followed their intuition. Like, they were able to listen to their bodies and ate what their bodies needed according to the seasons. um, yeah, they practice different, they followed the seasons, they, like, they went to bed early, just following the natural rhythms of, one is the sun rising, waking up with the sunrise and going back with the sunset. Or, it's so we forgot that, and we feel like we need everything to be scientifically proven. But you don't need the science to prove how your body works. You just need to listen. You just need to listen to your intuition, and follow what it tells you. That's the science of your body. And no one is going to give you a scientific paper based on your body and its needs. Only you can do that for yourself by really learning how to trust your intuition and follow these intuitive hints. So that's why I am a big fan of Eastern philosophies and Eastern tools and Eastern methods to help us bring back into that alignment, to find that alignment so we could have the fluidity. And as I said, today's practice is going to be bringing all of these elements together. And so we have the element of the fire, air, space, um, earth, and water. And this month is the energy of the water, so it's about the pinky finger, but we want to bring the balance of it, and that's a huge word. And in my work, finding that balance in all areas of our lives and in our bodies and our lifestyles. So we're going to bring, this is going to be maybe like slightly complicated hand gesture, but you really feel the balancing that is happening energetically within your body. So you're going to bring the middle finger over your index finger. You're going to interlace on both hands. You're going to interlace your pinky and your ring finger together. Then the middle finger, they're going to touch the thumbs, and you will join and touch your index fingers. So it's going to look something like that. Middle fingers crossing over the index fingers, touching the thumbs, and pinkies and ring fingers interlacing. And if you're just going to sit with this during the meditation today and for the rest of the month, you will start really feeling the different shifts in the energy. And because we are working with the sacral area, the low abdomen area, this area is about balancing the emotions. This is the area where we might store guilt or shame or frustration. So just, build awareness, start noticing how, like, what kind of the emotions start to surface. And the shifts, they are normally very subtle, and it's very important to not to judge any of the emotions as like bad or good. Just really get honest and, what is it that I'm feeling? At the beginning, you might not be actually able to identify that. If you have never connected to your emotions or your emotional body, you might not be able to identify, what is it that I'm actually feeling? Like, I just feel something and I cannot name it. And that's okay, maybe just sit with a journal and journal about it and, describe what is it that I feel, in this moment. But it's also very important to notice that, like, just don't go too much into the story, because you are getting into, you're losing yourself in the mind. You want to start writing or journaling about how you am I feeling right now, and really getting honest with yourself. And this is another, this is another um, practice that is actually going to bring us or give us that clarity that we need. Um, so really finding a comfortable position where you could sit comfortably for a short 10-minute meditation um, for the clarity. And this is going to be about bringing yourself deeper into your body, and for that sense of calm and relaxation, because this is what is going to help us get that clarity. And also having that clarity, like, you will be able to feel how your body is relaxing deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, this is exciting. I am excited for you, and I'm actually excited to hold you this space, um, because also sometimes we're afraid to do it on our own. Sometimes it's very important to have someone who is going to hold us that space, someone who we could trust. So really hope, to help you build that trust in me, um, and trust that I could be that person, for you to hold that space so you could feel safe. And especially now when we don't have that access to, if you are like in different areas around the world, and if you don't have the access maybe to the communities or the friends that you might need in person. This is a great practice, to start connecting with people online, and in finding people you could trust who could guide you to, that inner fulfillment, because life is really all about that. Feeling happy on the inside. The outside, it sorts itself out always. So yeah, so find a comfortable position where you could feel relaxed, a place where you won't be disturbed. And as always, just start by taking a few deep breaths in, breathing in through your nose, inhaling deeply, out through your mouth, just to cleanse that slate. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Finding yourself releasing that tension. If there is a tension stored in your shoulders, so finding yourself releasing that tension from your body. And cleanse that tension with deep inhales and exhales. Breathing in and out. And just start noticing how your mind is slowly starting to relax. How your thoughts slowly starting to fade away. How all this chatting in your mind is becoming calmer and more soothing. And as you're able to relax that tension in the mind, start feeling yourself dropping even further from your mind, relaxing your mind, relaxing your eyes and your lids, and all the facial muscles, and relaxing all the tension which is stored in your jaw, and all the muscles in your neck, around your neck area. And as you find your mind, your head, your face, your neck getting relaxed, go deeper into the body and start relaxing your shoulders even more. You might even want to move your body a little bit, just to really let go of that tension melt away. Let it just melt away. And start noticing how you're able to relax your heart area a bit more. And how your lungs, they are able to breathe even more. How capacity of your lungs is increasing because you are relaxing the area of your heart. And as that area relaxes, you are able to breathe even deeper, all the way into your diaphragm. And as you breathe deeper, you feel your body relaxing even more. And now go into your stomach area and feel how all this tension is getting relaxed from your stomach area. Any anxieties, they're just melting away. Any anxieties about what you can eat and you shouldn't eat, just letting that go. And trusting your body, letting your body to show you, to guide you, what is it that it needs? What is it that is going to nourish you and your body without feeling guilty? Really enjoying the food and the nutrients this food, delicious food brings. And letting yourself go deeper and finding yourself in your hip area and noticing how your hips, all the joints, all these tiny muscles that we find in the hip area, notice how they are starting to relax. And maybe you are storing a lot of tension in that area because you have been sitting all day. So notice how this area is relaxing, how the muscles of your buttocks, they are relaxing. And moving deeper into your legs. Noticing how your legs, your quads in the front of your legs, the muscles of your quads and the hamstrings in the back, how they are relaxing and preparing you to, helping you to find that fluidity in life. And now notice how your joints, the kneecaps, how they are relaxing. And your shins and your calves and even the soles of your feet, your toes, your feet, how they are relaxing. And as your body is beginning to fully relax, start noticing how you are becoming more connected to the earth, to the energy of the earth, the Mother Earth. Start noticing how you're able to awaken, feel awakened by this energy, by the earth. And congratulate yourself for finding this new relationship between your body and the earth that you might have never felt or found before. Building that trust, knowing that you are never alone, that you are always connected to yourself, your body, and the earth, and that you're always supported, and that you can always find the stability just connecting to the earth and the earth energy. Without necessarily needing to go into the forest, but just bringing that vision of the energy of the earth. And just let yourself be in this, be with this connection. Feel the safety that it brings. And start noticing and observing how body is relaxing, like it might have never relaxed before. Simply because it is finding that security, that connectedness, that sense of belonging that it might not have ever found before. So stay in it for a little bit longer. Just breathing in and out. In and out. And if you find the emotion surfacing up, that's okay. That's okay. Just feel that support. And just stay with it. Be with it. And always knowing that you come back to this place anytime you need. Coming back to this place, connecting to it, this is what is going to give you the clarity that you might be seeking. Whenever you're ready, just take a deep breath in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, releasing the last pockets of tension if there are any left, and just letting yourself open your eyes. Maybe take another deep breath in and out, just releasing. And really give thanks to yourself for showing up, for practicing, for choosing you. I really hope that this has been transformational for you, and I will see you next week in another guided meditation. And next week, the focus is heart centeredness. I hope to see you there. Bye.